The tolerance spoken of today is not the tolerance of the Scripture. Listen to this. The Bible teaches a tolerance rooted in patience and love, but the world teaches a tolerance of silence, submission, and spinelessness. Do not be deceived. We are called to judge, but to judge righteously. If your neighbor walks in sin, as a Christian, you are not to ignore it. You are to confront it in love and holy compassion. In that moment, you tolerate the sinner, not in approval, but because you are commanded to love as Christ has endured you. That is true tolerance. And the faster you learn this, the better, because when there is no tolerance for deception, there is no room for confusion. And when there is no confusion, there can be no compromise with the gospel, the intolerance of sin, not of our brothers and sisters. See what this false tolerance invites. It means cutting your own flesh to feed the children of those who seek to corrupt yours. It means opening your door to the very enemy who has sworn to tear down your home. It has already undone nations. And when the question rises, but does not the Bible say to love your enemy? Yes, but understand this. To love your enemies is to desire their salvation, not to surrender the ground of your faith. If you allow the enemy into your midst, you must be clothed with conviction and armed with the word. Your home is not their territory. It must remain sealed by the Spirit of God. This is why you must return again and again to the Scriptures. For without them, even love becomes twisted, and tolerance becomes the tool that erodes truth. We must not trade the truth for tolerance. And if we are speaking of this, let's start with you. Take up the Bible and stop enduring your own ignorance of it. Stop tolerating the silence that comes when you do not know which Scripture to stand on. Every time you compromise truth in the name of tolerance, you plant a seed that will rise against you. Face it. It is not only the non-believers that you've tolerated. It is you who doesn't know what verses to use in order to rebuke evil. You say you would die for Christ. But do you know how to pray for your family without stumbling for words? There's a thorn inside your throat that suffocates you every time you want to pray for them. There's something holding your legs back every time you think of putting your hands on their head to pray for them. Throw away the shame and anxiety, for what are they in front of the Lord? Pray with your stumbling voice. Read the Scripture with no prior understanding. Step on your fear and strangle it. That's not from God. A man who has known the Bible can spread more truth than the one who worships him in the church. All these years you have tolerated this version of yourself that doesn't know what God has spoken. You look like a fool when you cannot answer when they twist his word, when they question God's action in the Bible, pulling verses out of context, and you stand silent. They ask you why Jesus prayed to the Father if he himself is God. They mock the mystery of the Trinity. They quote, "Turn the other cheek," as though it means surrender to evil. And because you have not grounded yourself in the Scriptures, you stumble. But it's not because the word is weak or they're right. It's because the deliverer is weak. The vessel is weak, for it is empty, and your silence is deafening. Wake up from this sleep and first stop tolerating yourself. How can you reflect His glory from a body that only knows Scriptures without the context? Because intolerance shouldn't be only of others' sins and ignorance, but yours as well.